Hey guys, welcome. And today we're looking at the Drinkwell Big Dog Pet Fountain. This is a product from the folks over at Drinkwell. Genuine product from them that I picked up over at Amazon for about $48 and some change. I've seen this elsewhere online for much more than that. Amazon seems to be the place to beat when it comes to prices, and I actually saw it today for even cheaper than I bought it for $44. As I've spoken to you before, Amazon from time to time drops prices, raises prices, and I unfortunately didn't get it for $4 cheaper. But hey, $48, $49, I'm sorry, when you add in the change, is great. I have no problem with that. So what it comes with, first of all, is one filter, and these are sold separately in 3 packs for I believe it was about $12.99 or less than that I saw them online, that you can get a 3-pack. You can also buy multiple packs in like bundles with this Drinkwell and some cleaning kit and etc. And there's actually a cleaning kit sold separately for cleaning some of the fine areas in here inside the filter area. And I purchased that's separately, and I'm waiting for that to come in the mail. Comes with a motor, a rotating motor in there, which is comes with an impeller and the 3 brush set that I purchased, the cleaning kit. I'll show you how that works when it comes to cleaning it. But all in all, you got the bowl, you have the housing for the filter, you also have a stator, which is where the water kind of comes through. The lid here comes off, flow control knob, and the filter, and of course the large bowl here that we're going to turn upside down of water. And this is your reservoir where your backup water is going to be held, which is going to be located in the back of the unit there, the Big Dog unit. The one thing I do not like about the reservoir is it seems to have some type of a washer, and like a black O-ring is in place. The manufacturer instructions say check to make sure the black O-ring is in place, then screw the lid onto the container. Now the black O-ring was on there, but the black O-ring is not held down by anything. It kind of just, I mean, it doesn't fall out easily, but when I put it in there, it felt like it was going to fall out. And sometimes I see it just fall casually out. So you want to make sure that it's in place. I guess that makes sure that the water is not leaking out on the sides or something. And then you want to turn the knob, and you want to be careful because I have seen it fall down. So it's in there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this upside down and put this on the actual Big Dog reservoir here, and I'll get you to take a look at the back for a second, because some of you may want to actually see that. So we're just going to move around for a little bit here. Alright, so that's what the inside of the Drinkwell looks like, and there's the actual spinner there, which is called the flow control knob, so we can control how fast the water is coming down from the spill area here. Alright, and then it hits this little area here to keep the water oxygenated, but it also you know, lends a really nice water flow sound, which, you know, some people say is attractive to dogs and makes them want to come and drink, but it sounds pretty cool too. Alright, and then there's the inside of what this would look like. Okay. Alright, so let's just go ahead and put the water in there. Put this back on the holder, and I'll show you what I mean. Just like that. You want to make sure that the water is spilling in the right area. I don't have the power on yet, so I'm going to turn the power on, and you'll hear a light buzzing sound that you can barely hear. One thing I want to point out about the cord, the power cord, which is cool, is that it has this really tough material on the outside of the cord, which is great for dogs or big animals that you're afraid may chew on your actual wire. So this is kind of chew proof. Plug it into power. It is plugged in now. I don't have the filter in because this is a new product and I don't have my puppy yet, so I don't want to use up the filter, but I don't need the filter to actually demonstrate how it works. So it has to reach a certain level of water within the tub here before it will actually start flowing. So we're going to just wait and let it do its thing. If you want it to be immediate, to start pouring immediately, then you'll want to fill the actual tub here with water, and then put a reservoir on top, and it kind of starts to trickle down immediately. And mind you, it's a bit of a hassle for me because I'm going to have to take this and spill out all the water. And you can hear something going on in there. The water is circulating through the areas of the actual unit, the housing. So let's go ahead and take the top lid off so we can see what kind of action is going on in there. I'll take the camera off the holder here so we can take a look there. You can see the water's doing something in there. And before long, this is actually where the filter goes, and this is where we would slide the filter into, and then it would hit and come through there. And we can see it starting to overflow there. And then once it starts to fill up, it'll flow over here, or our filter will catch it. And then it starts to flow up, and as you can see, it's rising. Eventually it'll rise to the point where it can start trickling out. Taking a look at the sides here, there's a knob here, and there's also a knob on the other side which will allow us to actually fully remove this housing and let us get to the inside for more adequate cleaning. So we can really take this apart and clean it very well. Slowly but surely it's rising to the top. I didn't time that. Maybe you guys were timing that for how long it starts to trickle. So obviously what I would do is fill this water up, not inside the bowl because obviously it won't get to be what's the word I'm looking for? It won't be filtered as well. So what I would do is let it, this is a full tub here just a second ago. I'd fill it up, let it go out, and then I'd probably take it off and fill it up again. And our regulator on the side there should increase our speed, or should lower our speed. So you can see that it's lower. You can see how fast it goes there. So we cover it up. That's pretty much how it works. Obviously if there's more water it might be a little more solid. And so what happens there, I think it goes to a certain level and it looks like the water just goes right out through the little regular area. It looks like there's a hole there, and that's where the water kind of flows through for constant filtering. And it's not that loud. I mean, you can barely hear the water trickling sound. The sound of it going doom 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 from the back there is mostly because this obviously the drink well was empty. So once it's full, it won't do that very often, depending on how fast your dog drinks. And the more water I would have in there, it'd be flowing a little faster. Well, that's pretty well. I mean, you can hear the water trickling. And I don't think I should put more water in there because there'll be more water that I'll have to spill out. That's the general gist of the pet fountain there. Okay, the water comes from here, the jug goes down through here, gets filtered, sprays out to the dog, lets the dog drink, and any saliva and stuff like that. That also, the water is still circulating. It's getting sucked out by the motor. It's getting pulled by the motor, but it's also getting sucked out by the motor down there, comes back up, and it gets also filtered again. And it has these nice rubber stubs on the bottom that kind of keep this in place, so you don't really have to worry about it moving or shaking around like the original, the very original pet Drinkwell, which I do not have, but I heard that did not have the stubs on underneath, and that's something that they improved on the Platinum version, which has the stubs and keeps that in place. And then this, I was going to get the Platinum, but I ended up getting the big dog because it looked larger, and the dog I'm going to get is going to end up being a big dog eventually. It's going to be a Malamute, Alaskan Malamute, so I wanted to get something where he had enough ample room and it wasn't, small enough where he couldn't, shake it apart. So that's that. Alright guys, so I mean, you know, I'm not a pro here. I'm just telling you guys what I think about it. It seems to be working just fine. I guess I'll have to see once I get my puppy. Once I get my puppy, I'll have a follow-up video of this particular product, letting you know what I think about it, and how it stacks up in actual usage. Alright guys, so until the next time, catch you later. I don't think I really have to take off this housing for you guys to see, so that's why I wanted to just fill it up with water, just so you can see how it trickles down, how it works there. Alright guys, so once again, you can see it pretty much stays at that height, right above those little tups there. Alright, and once it gets to pretty much that height, it starts to flow back in and come back out and kind of just recycle as it's being refiltered. Alright, and there's the filter, double-sided filter. So until the next time, guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down in the fields below. Let's see. Any loose bits of charcoal which are harmless, remove the filter before use will help remove any loose bits of charcoal which are harmless. Remove the housing cartridge. I was trying to see if there's anything else I should be mentioning. You can also find these replacement filters at a pet store. They sell them in pet stores. You can also there's a website directly for Drinkwell. You can buy filters, but I recommend just purchasing it from Amazon, especially if you have 2-day Prime service, which I do, 2-day delivery. So filters are an added feature of the fountain. Their use is not required for normal operation. Just as I could show you here, it still works without the filter. Obviously you want the filter if you want to, but if you're the kind of person that's going to use this for a bowl, if you would be feeding your dog water in a regular, just standard bowl, then but you want something like this to continuously give them water, and you're not worried about the filter, then by all means. But if you want something to keep dirt or dog hair out of the water, and filtrate that out, and any other harmful stuff out of their dog saliva or stuff like that, so you don't have to worry about things like, you know, urinary tract infection, then you'd want that filter in there. Alright, let me see if I'm missing anything. Hand wash the rest of the fountain parts with a mild detergent and rinse well. If your dishwasher runs too hot, the plastic may be damaged, even though it says the reservoir itself is not dishwasher safe. So you don't want to use it with the reservoir, the plastic bottle here. But this is dishwasher safe, but you do want to be careful with the level of water that you're using to clean it. Cleaning the motor is important. The inside cavity of the motor must be cleaned every 2 weeks, or the warranty will be voided. The inside cavity, again, like I said, the inside of the motor is meant to be cleaned with one of those tools that I'm going to be getting in the cleaning kit. It's a very small, fine, thin brush that goes inside of there, and I'll provide a link below into what those cleaning tools look like. And once again, I'll show you more about that once I'm actually cleaning the unit after use. Alright, so I just drained the Drinkwell fountain, just so you, and I thought, hey, let me just get this on video so you guys can see what the inside looks like. This is the top attachment that I took off, but it simply just sits in place, snaps on both sides, and then there's those little indents that I pointed out earlier that you can actually push on the sides, and it looks like just like that. And that's what the top looks like. This is what the bottom looks like. Alright, most of the time it's going to be easy to dry those areas, but those fine brushes that we're going to get with our cleaning kit will allow us to get any debris that's in those tight spots up there. As you can see, the bottom of the Drinkwell is very easy to clean, pretty much totally exposed, except for underneath the motor, which we can actually get out of. And this is the actual little nozzle that we use there to regulate the flow of the water there. And as you can see, for the most part, it's easy to get to clean. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. If you have any other questions, just leave them in the fields below. Alright guys, so hope you like that small demonstration. And then what I'm going to use is just a paper towel just to dry off this excess water, because it's going to be sitting in storage for a little while until I get my puppy in a few months. And you know, I just wanted to be a little diligent and be ahead of the game in getting a lot of these supplies for my dog. Alright guys, so until the next time, catch you later. Any questions, please feel free to leave them in the fields below. And thanks for watching, as always.